This is a video we are making that I was asked from the LDS Business College, my class for leadership, and I have been asked to interview you on your best practices. The categories and areas that we will be asking are strategic planning, organizing, leading, and the controlling on a business. So we're going to talk today with Vel in regards with organizing people and resources.
Yeah, my name is Vel Codling. I work at the 5-County Detention Center in St. Anthony, Idaho, and my title is I'm the Clinical Program Manager, Administrator that runs facilities in the program. When it comes to organizing people, I have 3 or 4 different departments that I'm in charge of. I have a management team that helps us work with the flow of the day-to-day, the policies, and the layout of the program. And then I have line staff. I have about 45 line staff that run the day-to-day operations, working with the youth that are in our facility. I also supervise the kitchen staff as well as the medical staff. And when it comes to resources, we run 3 different types of programs. So I'm gathering resources from the communities when we take children or kids ages 10 to 20 in our program. And when they are done with our program, I get them out in the community. So I'm looking at all types of resources. Some of the resources that we're looking at is their transitioning of what they're going to be doing when they leave our program and they go into the community. So I'm looking at their education, how to hook them into some educational settings. I look at their medications. I look at their mental health, get them to continue their counseling and resources. I also try to look and see what kind of resources I can help the parents in changing their either boundaries or rules to help that child succeed in the program that we try to do. In winding down, to help our staff in organizing, we do a lot of training. The training that we give is 140 hours, and the first and foremost we train is safety and security. So try to help the kids understand, and we role model this on a day-to-day practice so they can see good practices.
Next is JC June, and the following question that I have for her is, what is your best practice when it comes to leading others to achieve high performance in your company?
I'm JC June. I'm a manager at Johnny Rockets at City Creek in Salt Lake City, Utah. A few ways I help people achieve high performance is when I interview them. I go through the dress uniforms that they need and the prepared system that they need. They need to always have $20 in cash, and they need to bring pens from their own home. And they can be 5 minutes late, but past then, that's unacceptable. So they need to come earlier, just on time. When I train the employee, I have them shadow me for like a day or 2 to show them the stuff that I require them to do. And then after that, I shadow them for like 3 to 2 days. Depends on where I think that they're going to be at. They need to do, every 30 minutes we're supposed to do dance. Before the dance, I always take them into the room to show them the dance that we dance to. We're supposed to dance like 5 songs. And then every guest is supposed to get a catch-up smile. And then after I know that they get all the stuff that they're supposed to do, I evaluate them to make sure that they have everything that they're supposed to have, like the uniforms that they're supposed to have, like a bow tie. The guys are supposed to wear like a hat, and the aprons are clean, and to make sure that they have pens, and before the shift begins, and make sure that they do have the $20 in cash, so when it gets busy, I don't have time to actually give them the change. And to make sure that they are on time, I write down to make sure, like, okay, if she's 2 minutes late or like 10 minutes late, then I can next time not to be late. And so when we evaluate, we make sure that the high performance of the employee.
Hello, welcome back. My next guest is Teresa Condi, and the question that I have for her is, what is your best practice when it comes to strategic planning and creating a vision mission for your company?
My name is Teresa Condi, and I am a principal for Jefferson School District in Rigby, Idaho. I am a principal at an elementary school, and we use strategic planning on a daily basis. We have a very high or very low socioeconomic status in our school. So we have to do a lot of interventions and planning to help our students progress in the way that we need them to, so they can move on to the next grade and move on and be proficient in their state testing. So we do interventions. We are constantly assessing the kids, and we will then put the kids into intervention groups by their grade level. And we have been able to take, with all of our staff, look at the kids, see what skills they're missing, see where their holes are in their academic progress, and then get them into groups of no more than 5 kids in each group. So there's at least one adult with 5 or one adult with 2 or 3 small groups. And then we're able to work specifically on those skills. And the students have a half an hour of that intervention in reading and a half an hour in math. And this is in addition to all of their core subjects. So they're also still getting core reading, core math, core in their classrooms. But during this intervention time, their whole grade is doing intervention. In our mission and in our vision, it used to be that kids, when they would have to be moved out of class to work on extra things, they would be missing things like art or music or some of their core classes. And with our vision, we've created so the whole school is at intervention, the whole grade at the same time. So they are getting the help they need, but not missing the other things, so they're able to progress with their academics.
And welcome back. This is my final guest, Alexis Elaine. And the question that I have for you, Alexis Elaine, is what is your best practice when it comes to controlling business elements to achieve the best overall results?
My name is Alexis Elaine, and I work at Victoria's Secret in Orem, Utah. The way we best control our business elements is we have a tracking system in our computers. So when we ring people up, it's tracking everything that they're buying. So then throughout the day, we know exactly what products are being sold and who has sold them. So we know which employees have the highest sales and which ones have the lowest sales, so then we can train them better on how to sell and how to help the customer. We then can also tell what products have been sold, so that halfway through the day we know what to pull from our inventory and put it back onto the floor, what colors are selling the most, what styles are selling the most, so that we can get that all back onto the floor so it can be sold again. We also have a converter at the front of the door, and it counts everyone that comes in. And then from our sales, we can tell how many people have bought. So we can keep track of the percentage of people that come in the store and buy, and how many leave without buying any product. And we always have a goal. We always want it at 30% or higher. We also are training our employees so that they are welcoming the guests, and the guests feel welcome, that they will stay and buy something, so that our conversion can stay higher. We also have dressing rooms, and we train the girls that are always in the dressing room. Since it's a more intimate atmosphere at our store, we want the customers to feel comfortable and to know that we're there to help them and that they are trained. So all the girls that are in the dressing room there to help, they have been trained and are qualified to be back there. Most of the time you're going to have a bra specialist back there who's gone through a lot of training for it. So then everyone back there should feel comfortable and feel like they're in an environment where they're safe to be trying on the items that they're going to be trying on and comfortable buying them there. We also have black outfits that everyone's in, so that you will know which employees are the ones that you can ask for help.